Ford dealer for new cars, trucks, and SUVs, and has a wide inventory of certified pre-owned vehicles. Find your next dream car or truck from our Ford showroom or go online to davisfordsales.com and search our new and used inventory to see what is on our lot. So stop by and test drive the all-new fuel-efficient Ford Focus or Ford Fusion, or the new Ford Explorer or F-150. Go further with Davis Ford, 904 West Main Street in Fulton, or online davisfordsales.com.
And welcome back to the Davis Ford pregame show. Sitting down now with Coach Mike Sullivan. And Sully, got MUW coming to town. Third match of the year, official third match of the year, fourth match of the year, counting the scrimmage. Just talk about the team right now.
1-2.
Yeah, I mean, we took a tough loss last week on Friday to Southwest. Very good team. They came out and, they gave us all we wanted and some. It was a nice close match, 3-2. We definitely got better from our first match with Pro River. So, we're excited as we move forward. We played two of the tougher teams in the South. And, we're getting prepared for East Central on Friday, which is our first conference game. The W poses a good test for us, and hopefully we'll come out swinging.
So that's one thing you won't do and never have done since I've been here. You're not going to back down from tough competitions just to get a win. Pretty valuable lessons, though, in those first two matches.
Absolutely. We've kind of found out a lot of where our deficiencies are, and we've been working hard to try and correct them. And, hopefully with some film, we've done some film study, we've worked on it at practice. We're looking to move forward and eliminate some of the mistakes that we've been making. And, the good competition helps out. We don't want to play somebody that we don't get much out of. I always try and play the teams that, can beat us. That always works a lot better for us and hopefully makes us better in the end.
All right, let's focus on the W now. The only match today, usually have a doubleheader, so it's going to be featured focus on you guys. Just talk about what you know about the W.
They're a second-year program. We played them last year, and it looks like they have a smaller roster this year. He's probably, focused things down a little bit more than he had in the first year. I've definitely heard that they're a much better team this year, so we know they're going to give us a great game. They played a tough one with East Central like a week ago. So, we're looking to hopefully get a lot out of this game, and it'll, hopefully prepare us as we start division play at the end of the week.
All right, let's talk about the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi's keys to victory. What's it going to take for the Indians to be successful?
Number one, we've got to eliminate the individual mistakes. That's the one thing we've kind of struggled with a little bit, making too many individual mistakes. And once we eliminate that, everything else I think is going to flow from there. We're getting much better with our movement on and off the ball. But again, biggest thing is, just the little individual mistakes, and some of them aren't even huge, but one little one can lead to something big. And once we get all that sorted out and everybody gets comfortable, I think we're going to be in good shape.
So any injuries, bumps and bruises just for this time of year, or anything that somebody might be missing?
Yeah, we're probably going to sit out Harrison Daniels. Took quite a shot on Friday. He's going to be okay, but we want to hold him out for division play. If he sees minutes, it'll just be a few. And then Brandon Titanois, one of our goalkeepers, just kind of tweaked his knee a little bit. We think he's going to be okay, but probably going to hold him out as well. And just rather be safe than sorry. It's still early, and looking to get all these guys healthy for division.
The newly formed Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi wants to make sure you are receiving the best orthopedic care possible. Our staff of 7 experienced, board-certified surgeons specialize in a specific area of the body and can treat you with the newest and latest technology available to fast-track your road to recovery. Call us for same-day appointments at 662-377-BONE and come see us at Gloucester Creek Village in Tupelo. At the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our specialty is you.
Davis Ford in Fulton is your Ford dealer for new cars, trucks, and SUVs, and has a wide inventory of certified pre-owned vehicles. Find your next dream car or truck from our Ford showroom or go online to davisfordsales.com and search our new and used inventory to see what is on our lot. So stop by and test drive the all-new fuel-efficient Ford Focus or Ford Fusion, or the new Ford Explorer or F-150. Go further with Davis Ford, 904 West Main Street in Fulton, or online davisfordsales.com.
And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, out to the match today. Men here in Fulton as ICC getting set to take on MUW. We'll be giving you those Coca-Cola starting lineups here in a moment. Adam Gore, Coach David Strother. Coach, can you hear me good?
I can.
So we're going to be set for that First American National Bank opening kick here in a moment on Let'sGoICCTV.com. We do appreciate everyone for tuning in. ICC in the red kits trimmed in white, and MUW in the gray kits trimmed in, what do you want to call that? Carolina blue?
Carolina blue, I guess so, yeah.
As ICC will control. ICC comes into this match with an 0-2 record, not indicative to the true team they've seen. They've played two very tough teams to open the part of the season, and ICC trying to get something going here down the early starts of this one. Down the line, it's going to be cleared out by MUW. Let's start with the starters for the Owls. Number 1, Kyle Rodriguez. Number 2, Courtney Moore. Number 3, Larico Lewis. You've got number 4, Joshua Frankenstein. Number 5, Hector Mendoza. The keeper, what number? It looks like he's wearing 35 today. That is going to be number 35, Jacob Williams. Number 8, Nicola Serkis. I said that wrong. I apologize. Jacob Thomas is wearing number 10. Number 13 is Andres Martinez. And number 15 is Jose Morphus. And the final starter for MUW is number 22, West Zimmerman. So the W with the ball now looking to go on the attack, and it's going to be bumped out of bounds. They're going to say it's going to be a corner kick coming up here for MUW. Real quick, let's give you the starters here for the Indians. It's number 2, Jake Kirkpatrick. Number 4, Ryan Parker. Number 7, Brendan Kane. Number 8, Ryan Heredia. Number 9, Garrett Parrish. Number 10, Luann Balachete. You've got number 14, John Gonzalez. Number 18, Joe Rainey. And number 23, Clayton O'Daniel. The in net for the Indians is number 13, Brendan Tittawa. So a corner opportunity coming up here, and cleared out nicely that time by the Indians. Well, Coach, let's put the coaching shoes on you. You're 0-2. You've played two very good teams. Needing to win, I wouldn't say necessarily needing a win, but a win would go a long way for the Indians. Just talk about the mindset of the ICC coming into this match.
Mm-hmm. And, you know, I think you're spot on with it. One big reason that Coach Sullivan organizes these tough opponents early in the season is to get experience before division play. And so you want to be on the right foot going into division play, and so this is a good match for the guys to get tested. I would say first 10 minutes just to see ICC, how well they can be organized defensively, and then maybe try to build some things off through their possession. I thought in the last match against Southwest, that was something that was lacking just a little bit, was just the final motions going into the attacking third. So this will be a good test for them. W is a second-year program, but they certainly play a little bit bigger than that. You can see them getting two quick corner chances straight away and putting ICC on their back foot just a bit.
So as Coach mentioned, this is their second corner kick of the match coming up here for the W. The Owls will send this one. Much better send this time. Just a little too tall. And it's going to be cleared out, but looks like the Owls will control. ICC moving right to left on your screen. The W moving from right to, left to right. Now here comes ICC. I'm sorry, we got new equipment. It's going crazy. Not necessarily going crazy, but it's thrown me into a little bit of a funk to start things off here.
I will say this, though, Gore, quality of the new equipment is spot on, man. We've had just a great response to what you guys did in our first broadcast last week, so we thank you for that. You tell a difference in the quality. Parents and fans were all telling us how nice it looked on the live stream, so thank you guys.
I appreciate that. I'm going to knock on a little bit of wood, and hopefully it stays the same way today. ICC with it now. They're working in the red kits, going to swing it out wide. This is going to be number 16 for the Indians. This is actually Josh White, so the starters I were given not necessarily matching up with the starters from earlier today. So the ball is going to be taken away by the W, then taken back by ICC. Shot from distance, a chance here. No, just wide. Well, a nice opportunity that time for the Indians. Just could not quite put that one on goal. They're actually going to say deflected away, so it'll come up a corner kick here for the Indians.
And you can see Itawam is trying to get their outside backs a little bit more involved into the attack. And so you see 16 moving up the left-hand side of the field. It opens up the space where then they can maybe move the ball to the opposite side and they get a shot from distance. So this is a good start for Itawam in the first 5 minutes of the match. Good corner kick opportunity for them as well.
This appears to be Brian Heredia that's going to get set to send this one. He was the one that just put the foot on the ball as it was deflected out wide. So waiting the kick here, 40 minutes and 40 seconds to play. High kick, header on its way. Oh no, nicely done, but a beautiful save that time. And let's take a look at that on the Little Caesars instant replay. Coach, a beautiful send. Nice opportunity for the Indians, just could not get that one to go home.
Yeah, Brendan Cohen, he's 5'7" on a good day when he's wearing cleats on the concrete. But he jumps out of the roof. He jumps like he was more built like 6'5". So you see him climbing the ladder right there, and he's just got great athleticism up in the air.
Well, here we go again, a replay of that last one. The ball is kicked away, and looks like it's going to be cleared out, and it's going to go out of bounds, and it will belong to ICC. Well, Coach, you said it, first 10 minutes, pretty important here for the Indians. Try to just establish themselves and see what they can get going on the offensive end.
Mm-hmm. And you can see just also in the way that they're recovering defensively too, the organization is there, and so there's nothing really threatening on the W's part right now and any of their counterattacks.
And now they're going to send it back. Oh, a soft touch. Going to have to hurry. One of those you might want to work with a little bit more aggression.
It's probably one of the biggest things that Itawamba's been trying to improve on through the past 2 matches is just playing the ball out of the back. I think may have conceded, I believe, about 7 goals, and I would say 5 of those are probably off of missed touches and miscommunication from playing the ball out of the back. So that's a vulnerability that Itawamba's trying to clean up.
A little miscue of communication that time by the Owls, and turnover gives the ball back to the Indians, but then another miscue, as you talked about, Coach, gives the ball right back to the W, and now they're going to try to send it ahead out wide. Foot race for it going down the sidelines. It's going to be poked ahead, and it's going to go into Firewater Creek across the way the first time today. We need to get a sponsor for the ditch.
Or a fence.
Yeah, or a fence. Preferably a fence. So if you would like to sponsor a fence, we could put your nice sponsor across the front of it right there. You'd be on every broadcast. Yeah, hit up Coach Strother.
We'll gladly take it.
Yes. But, yeah, that ball goes into the creek. You know, you can see a fun adventure every once in a while if you see there's, as they like to say, no shoulders. Some of the snakes that like to be out there sometimes. Yeah, if that would be me, you would be one less soccer player. So a toss in getting set here for the W. Scoreless with 38 minutes and 23 seconds, and it's taken away by the Indians. 2-on-3 opportunity here for ICC. Now checks up, sends it ahead. Here comes the opportunity for Clayton O'Daniel. O'Daniel looking to go on the push. Lets the defender go. Cross, no, is cleared out nicely. Nicely done that time defensively. Had the player trailing, that was Brendan Kane. Good idea by O'Daniel, but a great defensive effort by the Owls to break that one up.
And really good to see Itawamba on the transition there. It was, like you said, a 2v3, and just the hard work by Brendan Kane on the left-hand side, working his way down, making it a 3v3 with neutral numbers. And so that's the attitude and mindset that Itawamba's going to have to take all day to just continue to put pressure on this W defense.
Third corner kick of the day coming up here for the Indians. This one sent on its way and sent short that time. Just did not get a healthy leg on it. It's going to be cleared out of bounds, and it will stay with ICC on a toss-in. Coach, so important to get a good foot on those corner kicks to give your team an opportunity.
Yeah, I mean, you can even look at the percentages across the World Cup that was played this past summer in Russia. You know, most goals are usually scored off the set pieces and free kicks, and it's a very important part of the game that sometimes doesn't get as much attention to detail as what it should, but you definitely always want to at least have a chance, so you always want a quality ball at least going into the 18.
So ICC with it now. The Owls falling back defensively, and another soft touch and a battle for it, and good job that time by the Owls to come away with it, and that's going to be a foul on the Indians.
Smart professional foul there. You could see that the numbers were actually not in favor for Itawamba, so Ryan Parker just gets a quick foul, so it gives a chance for the Itawamba defense to recover.
So now the Indians are going to take it back. They send it back to Ryan Parker on the far side of the field. Now up to Clayton O'Daniel. This is going to be Balichetti with it. Swings it out wide to Josh White.
W's been pretty well organized the first 10 minutes of this game, and they're defending. I like how they're putting pressure on that entry ball, and they're shifting the lines side to side quite nicely. So this will be interesting for Itawamba. This is something that gave them a little bit of a struggle against Southwest, was Southwest organization defensively, and so now the W, you can see that they're moving their lines and their blocks very well.
Coming up on 36 minutes to play here in the first half, we're still scoreless. ICC takes it away from the W and trying to find that first goal. Coach, I think a big boost of confidence, if you will, for the Indians would be the one to be able to break open this contest with the first score.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. You know, anytime that you go ahead, you're going to have a little bit more of the momentum. So you always want to get that first goal. Unfortunately, the past 2 matches, this team has been playing down a goal. And so they've conceded actually early on in both of those 2 matches too. So it's nice to see a little bit more possession, a little bit more attacking threat going on to Itawamba's favor right now.
O'Daniel tried to pop this one up, has an opportunity, but a nice play that time. Then it's poked away and cleared out. Smart play that time. I believe that was Clayton O'Daniel Clayton O'Daniel actually came up after the keeper kind of got lackadaisical with his control of the ball, nearly poked it away. Heads up play that time by Jacob Thomas of the W to send that one off the new good-looking banner behind the goal.
Yeah, what I really like about Thomas there from the W is after he cleared the ball off, he just goes to his goalkeeper and they just have a little conversation about it, just reminding him about the organization and make sure that we don't allow any type of mistakes back there. So well done by the W to clear that ball out because it could have been a very dangerous chance.
Here comes another corner kick, the fourth of the match for the Indians. Balichetti, no, deflected out. Opportunity here, looking for the cross. And no, just cannot get there. Parker was on the backside. Couldn't quite get a good foot on it that time. And looks like it deflected out on the W. Yes, it was. And here comes another corner opportunity. So the Indians knocking on the door, but nobody answering just yet.
A lot of times whenever you get 4 corners in a row, that's usually whenever it falls in. So this would be a great chance still for Itawamba. Ryan Parker still able to be into the attack instead of coming back into his natural center back position on these corner kicks. So it'd be nice to see if we can find his head on one of these.
Can the fifth time be a charm here for the Indians? They sent it in and just did not get another good foot on that one. So the W with an easy clear out.
This is pretty good for Itawamba, just getting reorganized, getting resettled into possession, getting back to their starting positions in the attack. You can see the W's pushing up, running a bit of a midline with that back line just on the other side of the center circle, trying to just compress the space so Itawamba doesn't have as much room to possess.
Yeah, Tittawa that time tried to send that one over to Parker, just didn't quite get the right angle on the ball as he sends it well out of bounds. So now the W with possession. So the W with the gray kits, ICC in the red. Now ICC takes it away, looking to go to work. Indians in the open field, opportunity here. Swings it out wide. This is going to be Kirkpatrick on the attack. Kirkpatrick has to catch up with the ball, looking for the cross. Broken up nicely by the Owls.
I don't necessarily know if Kirkpatrick had to play that ball there. Ball came out wide. It's 1v1. He probably could have taken the outside defender on in a 1v1 situation. So maybe next time if Jake gets that ball going down the sideline, he can think about beating the defender and then making the decision instead of playing the ball a little early.
So the Indians with possession once again. They've dominated the time of possession so far, but nothing to show for it. Scoreless as we come up on the 32-30 mark of the first half. Indians with it. And the one-on-one opportunity here. Oh, a great scoring chance. A little crossover. Sends it. No. Deflected. And then sticks it home. The Indians strike first. A beautiful job that time, as that was number 23, Clayton O'Daniels, getting it off the rebound and putting it home.
And it's all built off of Brian Heredia just being able to dribble at opponents. And I think that's somewhere that Itawamba can be dangerous today, is you see whenever he's dribbling at him with his head up, he's looking for passing angles. And so for him to take that early shot, it gives a deflection and it allows O'Daniel to just tap one in.
That was the third goal of the year. No, second of the regular season, third overall, counting the match up at Bethel. But O'Daniel with the goal. It comes with 32-32 left in the first half. And, Coach, that's what we said. If the Indians can find a way to score first, let's see what kind of confidence they can build off from there.
Yeah, so the next 5 minutes is always important. Anytime that you either concede a goal or get a goal, just maintaining your focus and maintaining the principles you want to play in. That's always an important factor of the game. So for either team, it's going to be important to see how they both respond.
So for the first time this season, the Indians playing with a lead, looking to build on it here. Oh, nice try to touch across the way, but a good defense out of the Owls, forcing the Indians to reset. Coach, see some of the Lady Indians coming out to support ICC this afternoon. I know you probably got scheduled practice after this match.
That's correct.
As you guys go up to Tennessee, take on Dyersburg State tomorrow night at 6 o'clock. We will not be broadcasting it. Don't know if Dyersburg State will be, but if they are, we'll put that link out there on Twitter for everyone. But, Coach, a chance to go 3-0 for the first time since 2007. So, good things happening here for the Lady Indians and in your program.
Well, thank you. We've been working extremely hard. The girls have been focused in, not just through the past 2 matches, but really all the way through preseason, and just been doing all the things that we know it's going to take to be successful. They've just been really buying into the mentality, and super pleased with where we are right now, but we still have a really long way to go.
So the Indians with the ball now, looking to go to work. They lead it 1-0. Coming up on 31 minutes to play here in the first half. Remind you to stay tuned for the Little Caesars halftime report coming your way. We'll look ahead or look back at the ICC Football Media Day with some of the football players talking about their upcoming game against Pearl River Thursday night. You can see it right here on the Red Channel.
You can see W's trying to go into a 4-1-4-1 in their defending, and so it's going back again into that, just making the space a little bit more compact and making it tough to for Itawamba to go through any of their passing lanes. So be nice to see how Itawamba adjusts to this. I think anytime that they're playing against an opponent that sits back in these low blocks, it's something that always gives Itawamba a little bit of trouble. So this will be interesting to see how they're able to break through these lines.
So the Indians getting set to toss this one in. Really can't find anyone to toss it into. They go along with it. This is going to be Brian Heredia with it now on the wing, trying to cross over the defender. Looking for someone to cross it off to. Nothing there. He's going to drop it back now. I believe this is Josh White who sends it across the middle. Broke it up. But the Indians keep possession. Then taken away by the Owls. Here comes the W trying to find the equalizer here. Brian Parker, nice job breaking that one up. Kind of got caught in the middle of nowhere and just was able to adjust and get a shoulder on it. And now the ball is going to be controlled by the Indians. Kirkpatrick with it on the far side of the pitch. Nice breeze blowing here. Nice day. I mean, it's a hot day, but we've seen worse out here on the at the park. So the Indians with a nice possession here. Balachete working across the middle, trying to find someone to go to. Spins off the defender. Now here comes an opportunity for the Indians. Poke it ahead. Daniel, no, just let him by half a step too much. Good idea that time. Just one of those, Coach, about 2 or 3 more games down the line, that one's going to be a good lead for the goal.
Yeah, and I think Clayton O'Daniel is really adjusting well to the college level. The speed of the game and the physicality of the game is a little bit different than high school and even club, and he's been adjusting really nice as that number 9 as the target forward for Itawamba. So he's just going to continue to get stronger and smarter as the season goes on. So that's exciting for him.
We've got some substitutions checking into the match here for the Owls. We'll give you those substitutions here in a moment. It looks like it's going to be number 6, Sam Harvey, number 12, Andrew Bernard, and number 21, Bradford Clark. Andrew Bernard, a character on The Office. Sorry, little.
Well played, Gore.
Yeah,
well
sorry.
played.
I'm a big fan of the show. When I saw the name, I was like, hey, it's Andy. But anyway, back to action here. Not IMDb, but let's go ICC TV. And there's a foul on the Indians. 2 fouls on MUW so far in the contest. First of the afternoon on the Indians. 1-0 is your score. Those last substitutions being brought to you by Renaissance Bank. Renaissance Bank, understanding you, renaissancebank.com. So free kick on its way, sent up the middle. Bouncing around, weaving its way through traffic, popped up. Dangerous ball here. Still dangerous, and the Indians find a way to win it. Good hustle that time by ICC, and now Indians trying to get out in transition. Leave it back to midfield. This is Brendan Kane with it. Sends it across the middle. Heredia now swings it out wide on the wing, pokes it inside, trying to find Clayton O'Daniel. Nicely defended, though, by the Owls, allowing them to clear it out and reset the offense. Good attack by the Indians, just couldn't quite execute it.
I think even on that last ball that Brendan played across, it probably would have been beneficial if Brian would have just let it continue traveling over. So he took a touch, and it did catch the defenders off balance a little bit, but there was actually more space on the right-hand side. So maybe next time the outside lead could just call Brian off that ball.
Now the Indians with it. Parker's going to send it ahead, just kind of clear it out there, as he was almost kind of just jammed up a little bit. Parker a little upset that some of his teammates didn't release on that one. Oh, no, you would have had to release on that one about 2 days ago to get up with it. He put quite the foot in it. So the Owls with the ball now, looking to go on the attack, trying to find the equalizer here. 26:47 to go until halftime. Remind you to stay tuned for the Little Caesars halftime show. We'll have some Sonic stats coming your way and much more, part of the Little Caesars halftime show. Remind you that you're hungry like I am right now, there's a $5 hot and ready pizza waiting on you right there on South Adams Street. Shot from distance, and it's going to be way too high. Thought it had a chance for a moment, but kind of just drifted a little bit more.
Yeah, that's one of those, it was definitely a cross, but if it drops in, you say, hey, meant to put that on frame.
So those are like Cameron Kane is going to check in for the Indians along with Brian Vogel. Once again, these substitutions being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, a proud sponsor of ICC Athletics. We also do want to welcome Davis Ford, along with Little Caesars, Coke, First American National Bank, Bank of Okolona, and Kegel Eye Center, all proud sponsors of ICC Athletics. I know I'm missing a few there. First few broadcasts of the year. Takes a minute to memorize those guys. So the Indians with it now, trying to build on this 1-0 lead. 25-42 to go here in the first half. Adam Gore. Coach David Strother, head coach of the 2-0 Lady Indians. They're not in action today, but they will be in action tomorrow night in Tennessee. Trying to go 3-0 for the first time since 2007. The Indians being very patient, surveying the defense. Now want to go over the top. He's got an opportunity here. Oh, nicely done again. I'll tell you what, Jacob Thomas, he's doing things that's not going to show up in the box score that has really kept this game right now 1-0.
Yeah, he's playing a very smart game as a center back. He's got good angles that he's reading, and also just dropping in and not allowing any of the attacking players for Itawamba to get him behind him. So he's doing a really fine job there in that position.
So the ball just being ping-ponged or pinballed around right now, and the W takes control. Now tries to slip it ahead. Instead, ICC steps in front of it. Now the Indians looking to reverse field and go on the attack. This is Balachete with it. Now swings it out wide to Heredia. Heredia go over the top. He's got a man in the possession of it. The header, will it get in? Yes, it will. Nicely done that time by the Indians. Take a look at that on the Little Caesars instant replay. Just that extra hustle. Got just enough of it off the header to deflect that one in for ICC. That goal belongs to Brendan Kane.
It just shows Brendan Kane's athleticism again. You know, we talked about how dangerous he can be in the air, but you see that acceleration step that he takes. The defender thinks he's got the angle of the ball, and he actually does, but that quick step by Brendan Kane allows him to get in between the defender and the ball and beat the W defender to it.
And I missed who the assist came from that time, but 2-0 now is your score. ICC with the lead. And that's what we talked about, Coach. We need to see the Indians come out, maybe get a goal or two here in the first half to maybe just loosen up a little bit, see if they can start playing their style of play.
Yeah, and I think you mentioned it perfectly there. The way that they're scoring is based on the principles that they like to play in. You know, they like to play by building it out of the back, and they like to play by getting it out to the speed out wide. And both chances that have happened have been off of some of that build-up. So it's good to see.
Balachete with it now, looking to go to work, crossing over the defender. Now dribbles it out wide. Will fire from distance, and that one deflected almost in. Good idea that time by Balachete, just could not quite muscle it home.
And that's a sophomore with Luan being here for his second year. That's something that Itawamba needs a little bit more of from him. He's more of the Brazilian to get on the ball and off the ball. He likes to just give good passes to his teammates, but he has such a good shot from distance. He needs to be more of a threat if this Itawamba team is going to be successful in the North Division by him putting stuff on frame.
Second save of the game for Jacob Williams. Now result in the 6th corner kick for the Indians here in the first half. Coach, it's about time we see the Indians to make something dangerous out of one of these corner opportunities.
Well, they're on pace to get 10 corners and a half, and you get a few of those, especially this amount this early in the game. You want to try to finish at least one or two.
Sending that one over the middle, broken up nicely that time by the W, and the ball's going to be cleared out. Nice touch, and now here comes the Owls looking to push on the other end. 1-on-1 opportunity here, and ICC just with numbers able to get that one back. Now ICC looking to go on the attack. On the far side of the pitch, this is Garrett Parrish. Tough defense out of the Owls, nearly taking it away. Scramble for it, now they've got it. This is going to be Rodriguez with it now on the far side of the pitch, and it's going to be out of bounds, and will stay with the Owls. Substitutions getting set to come in here. This is going to be number 24, Cody Russell, and number 17, Makeo Johnson, checking in for the Owls. And looks like number 17, Austin Rowell, will come in for the Indians. These substitutions being brought to you by the Bank of Okolona. John Harrod and Company, proud to sponsor ICC Athletics here on Let'sGoICCTV.com. For all your banking needs out there in Chickasaw County, visit bankofokolona.com. So the Owls with it. They trail 2-0 here to the Indians with 22:15 to play in the first half. ICC takes it away, but a foul is going to be called on the Indians. Well, the Indians wearing red. It's very rare we see them wear the red uniforms, or at least at home anyway. As this one sit from distance, Parker's going to go up and try to clear this one out. Opportunity here for the Owls. Instead, his leg fails him as he goes high with it over the backstop, and a nice job defensively by the Indians to make that one difficult. More substitutions getting set for both squads. For ICC, number 18, Joe Rainey. Wes Zimmerman getting set to check back in, along with number 13, Andres Martinez, and number 19, Bryce Hurdle. All checking in. First time that Hurdle is coming into the contest this afternoon. Goal kick coming up here for ICC after the ball was last touched by the Owls out of bounds. Clock continuing to roll. 21 minutes to play here until halftime. Lee Adams is on hand taking photos of today's matches. You can see those at ICCimages.com. That's ICCimages.com. You can also order those. Downloads available for $1. Why $1, you ask? Well, it's because that's as cheap as we could put it. So you can download photos from today's game or any events here at ICC at ICCimages.com. What a battle for it. Oh, nearly kicking his own teammate in the face that time after Rainey was tripped up, falling to the ground. Balachete comes through and clears that one out. So Owls ball now here right in front of us in the ICC Foundation broadcast booth. For more information on the ICC Foundation, visit iccms.edu. Out of bounds, and it'll go back to ICC. Good defense by the Indians just to force the mental error. So the throw in, and the Indians, nicely done that time by Austin Rao to keep the possession with the Indians. This is number 6, Brian Vogel with it now. Well, a smart play just to back it back out and get it to Balachete and allow the Indians to reset their offense.
Yeah, this is good. This is good understanding by Itawamba, recognizing where they have their possession numbers. You know, it's basically 1v4. One of the defenders for the W as a forward against 4 across the back line for Itawamba. So you can see him moving the ball across the back, just trying to pick and choose their moments when they can start going forward.
So the Indians will have it now. 19:33 to go. So now the Owls are going to go on the attack. They send it deep. Opportunity here. Oh, good ball. Just overran it that time. Smart play by the Owls. Guy streaking for the ball. Didn't want to get called for offsides and tried to keep the drive alive for the W. Instead, the Indians get the turnover. Now here comes the Indians. Heredia with it. Poor, not a poor touch, but just a poor break as the ball popped off his foot pretty hard that time.
You can see also W's trying to build up and kind of find their way down the right-hand side of their field. 17's been playing a very athletic game for them, trying to get up and down the side. You can see him again. They're going to be looking for him as the ball starts coming down this side.
Sends it from distance that time, but nobody goes with it. The Owls player kind of throwing up his hand, looking at his teammate, saying, hey, who wants to go get it? So the Indians with the ball now, looking to go to work. They lead this one 2-0. 18:23 to go. And now the Indians going on the attack. Heredia now is going to drop it off to Vogel. Vogel sends it ahead, and just a little miscue maybe on the part of the Indians that time, as it looks like Brendan Kane was going out wide on the wing. Vogel was expecting to break on the inside. Did not do so, and the 50-50 ball is going to be controlled by the W. There's a handball. And so the Indians trying to catch the Owls napping, and a good heads-up play that time by the keeper, Jacob Williams. I think he was the only one really paying attention for the Owls.
That's exactly what I was about to say. It seemed like everyone else had kind of sort of just stopped to catch their breath, and while they do that, Luan plays a quick restart, and Brendan Kane recognizes the space he can run into.
So now here comes the Indians. This is going to be Brendan Kane, but he's going to be offsides.
That's a fine line that he's running right there. You know, anytime there's an offside line and you're just a few steps off, it's just an issue with timing. And as the game continues for Brendan with his speed, he's going to be able to find that timing and get in behind the back line at least once or twice more before this game's over.
We do appreciate everyone tuning in here on Let'sGoICCTV.com. Hit us up on Twitter at Let'sGoICC. Follow us while you're there. Also, Instagram and Snapchat. Remind you that the Renaissance Bank Water Play Wednesday returns tomorrow. You'll want to be sure to check that one out. Coach, some of the Lady Indians may want to keep an eye on that play or some of their plays from their win over Southwest. We might see that as the Renaissance Bank.
Oh, that's exciting.
What a play Wednesday. So the ball goes out of bounds. It'll be the W's ball as they're going to toss it in here. The Owls looking to go to work. They trail 2-0, 16:45 and counting, as the Indians take it away. This is Brendan Kane with it now, trying to send it ahead. And just a bad angle on it as he's looking for Austin Rowell. Rowell couldn't quite revert back quick enough to get to it. Now the Owls want to go over the top. And Parker is going to break it up. Looks like there was a foul on the play beforehand. I didn't see anything there.
I didn't see anything either.
I would say I wasn't watching that closely, to be honest with you.
Don't mind it because it gives Itawamba's time now to drop back and get organized on defending. If that ball had been played through, it was a 1v1 against our center back and number 17 for the W.
So the ball partly deflected that time by Rowell. W keeps it. Here's an opportunity, puts the header on it, just could not quite get enough of it to angle it towards the goal. So now here comes the Indians, trying to build on this 2-0 lead. They send it ahead, broken up nicely, but then deflected out. Can Brendan Kane get enough foot on it? Deflected away. Does it go in? No, that ball did everything except find its way home that time for Brendan Kane. Tough break there. Would have been his second goal of the day and give the Indians a 3-0 lead. Coach, when things aren't going your way, not saying they're not going the way of the Indians today, but when you're not getting those breaks early, it's those type goals that just say, no, I'm not going in.
Yeah, I think that ball could have bounced any other direction and gone in, so it's pretty surprising.
So they're going to try to send this one down the pitch. The Indians, Tenenbaugh, the keeper, comes up and just makes an easy scoop on that one.
And W's starting to advance their line just a little bit more higher up the field. They've been attacking in a 4-3-3, and now they're staying in that shape a little bit more to defend. So we'll see if they can pick up the pressure a little bit higher up the field and get turnovers by Itawamba to create better scoring opportunities in their attacking third.
Rowell drops it off for the middle. This is Vogel with it now. Tries to send it ahead. A lot of contact, and the referee says play on as the Indians kept possession. Balachete with it now. Wanting to work one-on-one now, picked up by a second defender. Tries to squeeze it ahead that time and had a man there, just couldn't quite get the angle on the touch. So we're going to have mass substitutions coming in here for the Indians. Looks like number 22, Harrison Daniels. Number 23, Clayton O'Daniel. Number 2, Kirkpatrick. And a new keeper into the match here for the Indians. I believe that is going to be Preston Maddox. Don't really have a number on those jerseys, so I think Alex Box is the taller of the two. So we'll say that is Preston Maddox.
It is. It's Preston. So there was a wardrobe issue with the new kits that were ordered by the men's team. They lasted one game, and then after the first washing, the numbers came off. So it's not something that was expected, and it's something that Coach Sullivan's been trying to fix over the past week or two.
Well, I referenced The Office earlier. I'll reference Seinfeld on that one. Maybe using some of that glue that was on George's wedding invitations.
That's right.
Don't ask me why I'm on a kick today on referencing those shows. So we have a pair of subs coming in, number 25, Blaine Kirkland, and number 7, Blake Pilgrim. Once again, those substitutions being brought to you by the ICC Baptist Student Union. Remind you they meet Monday nights at 7:07, Wednesdays at lunch. All they ask is bring $2 and a friend. Don't forget the $2 for your friend as well. I think it was Hardee's last week. I hadn't seen what is on the menu for tomorrow, but you can check that out by following them on Twitter at ICCBSU. So the Indians with it. They lead 2-0. 12:45 to go here in the first half. Good start to the contest so far, Coach. Just break down what you've seen so far by the Indians.
Yeah, so I definitely think that they're taking advantage of the possession time that the W's given them. I just think that there could be a little bit more of a cleaner touch in that final process of trying to go to goal. There's some unforced turnovers that are taking place. There's some decisions that could be made a little bit faster. But as far as possession to move the W, I think that's good so far. So it'd be nice to see the W maybe increase their intensity in their defending. I think they're doing a good job of shifting side to side and making those spaces real narrow for Itawamba to play through. But there's nothing really threatening off of that. So they'll win the ball defensively, but there's really no build-up going into the attack once they do so.
So the Indians kind of surveying the defense right now, want to see what they want to do with it. Got a man streaking on the far side of the pitch. Just couldn't quite get enough foot on it. Good idea that time, as that was number 18, Joe Rainey, who released. Just couldn't quite get enough foot on it. So the Owls with it now, looking to go on the attack, trying to cut this lead in half. They send it ahead. Opportunity here, and a smart play that time by Preston Maddox to come up and make a play on the ball in that situation to negate any opportunity on a shot on goal.
Great defending there, too, by number 4, Ryan Parker, just using his body to just shield off the attacker as he was running into that space.
The Indians try to transition in a hurry. The Owls do a good job of getting back, but then there is Clayton O'Daniels that takes it away for the Indians. And O'Daniel, man, there is a battle across the way, and he just gets shoved, and the ball taken back by the Owls. And then there's a foul. Maybe a little bit of frustration on the part of Clayton that time after he just basically ran around the world and then felt like he was fouled that time and didn't get the whistle and come in and just, that's nothing malicious, just made sure he wasn't going to run forward anymore.
And, you know, that's something that's a little bit different in between two-year schools playing four-year schools a lot of times is just 18-year-olds playing against 23-year-olds. And you can see just the difference in the physicality where O'Daniel got pushed off the ball, and it's nothing against him. He's just an 18-year-old playing against a 21, 22-year-old guy.
Ball taken away by the W. Now here comes an opportunity. They send it ahead. Broken up nicely by the Indians. And once again, a smart play. And a whistle, a late whistle after the fact.
I think Nicola there for the W maybe should have taken and been a little bit more selfish on his own instead of slotting that ball through. He should have maybe just once he got by that defender have a shot. But this is a good opportunity for the W. A free kick, a set piece right here just out or just inside the 18 it appears. Not really my understanding of why that took place.
Yeah.
So maybe you see some clarification by the center official as this gets going.
So going to stack them in pretty tight here. An opportunity for the Owls to cut this lead in half inside 10 minutes to play. They send it ahead. It was deflected out, and then Maddox is going to come up and make the play. Nicely done that time by the wall. I tell you what, you got to be brave and a little bit stupid, in my opinion, to line up in that situation. But Harrison Daniels that time, who, by the way, got beat up pretty bad in his previous match last week, did a good job of just jumping, turning his back to it, and breaking it up on the play.
Yeah, it's good to see Harrison back into the mix. Like you said, it took a pretty physical tackle against the last opponent, and they just kept him off the field for the remainder of the game just to make sure that he was healthy, and had a few days to rest through the weekend, and now he's back out playing on a Tuesday, so I'm sure he'll be fine by the time First Division game gets going on Friday against East Central.
Indians going on the attack. Now they swing it out wide on the wing and try to find John Gonzalez. Just poor angle on the toss that time, or on the pass, I should say, and goes out of bounds back to the Owls. Substitution is getting set to come in for the Indians. Looks like this is going to be number 10, Balachete, along with number 7, Brendan Kane, set to check back in here for ICC at the next opportunity. Also, it's going to be number 3, Lorico Lewis, set to come in. And we do have the stoppage here, so the substitutions will be coming in this situation. Also sneaking in at the last second is going to be Kyle Rodriguez, number 1 for the W. Checking out for ICC, number 7, Austin Rowell. And looks like number 8, Brian Heredia, will be coming out for ICC. These substitutions being brought to you by the ICC Baptist Student Union. Brother Chris Burrows and company always doing a great job supporting not only ICC athletics, but the entire student body here at ICC. They meet Monday nights at 7:07. For more information on the ICC BSU, follow them on Twitter at ICC BSU. Coach, if you need help spelling that, it's ICC BSU on Twitter. So the Indians looking to go on the attack here. Another opportunity. Indians lead it 2-0, trying to build on that here. They send it ahead. Nicely defended, though, that time by the Owls. And I tell you what, give credit to Sam Harvey. He didn't do a play on the ball, but what he did was take the angle away on the attack on the wing that time by the Indians.
Yeah, and you can see that Itawamba is now trying to make those splitting passes in between the outside backs and center backs of the W. And credit to the outside defenders for the W, just the way that they're stepping in and pinching in that space. They're doing a really good job of being active to the ball instead of being reactive to the ball.
7 minutes, 5 seconds to play here until halftime. ICC with the 2-0 lead here over the visiting Owls. As you said, second year, they've got a program here. Good to see Mississippi University of Women getting their athletics back and building some of that out there in Columbus.
And credit to Coach Tim Gould, too. I think he's doing a really good job of figuring out the foundation of what types of players he wants to develop into the W. So last year was his first year, not even just to be with the W, but even to be in the state of Mississippi. He relocated from the Midwest. And so he's recognized a good pool of incoming freshmen straight out of high school, and he's got transfer students as well from the community college levels, and as well as a few internationals to build around that. So he's doing it the right way. They're gonna continue to grow, and they're going to continue to get stronger as the years progress under Gould's leadership.
Now the ball sent up the pitch, and smart play by the keeper to come up and take that one away. Ow. Okay, no, there's nobody in that chair. I was going to say, whoever he hit, he knocked over in the chair, but it was an empty chair across the way. But either way it goes, ICC keeps possession now. Balachete with it, has it taken away by the W. Nicely done.
I think Law needs to be a little bit stronger there. There's really no reason to lose possession. Those are the moments that can cost if the opponent is thinking about the counterattack a little bit faster than what the W is doing right there.
Send it ahead. ICC steps in front of it. And I believe that is going to be number 18. Yes, it is. Joe Rainey getting a little bit of the business now. Now the Indians send it ahead. Oh, just too hard on the touch that time. Was looking for Brendan Kane. Good idea. Kane, though, just could not quite handle the touch. Well, Coach, we've already talked about it. You head up to take on Dyersburg State tomorrow night. They're another program, I think, first or second year that they've got a program there in Tennessee. Just for benefit of travel, it's really good to see some of these Tennessee teams starting soccer across the state line, so you don't have to drive 4 or 5 hours to find some non-division matches.
Yeah, that's right. But we greatly appreciate it. And so whenever we're traveling to Tennessee and the average trip is around 2.5 hours, you're right. If it's not a North Division match here in Mississippi, if we're playing anyone in the South or out of state, usually it's about 5 hours or longer. And so for these teams to be beginning in Tennessee and making it competitive soccer from the first year, we try to schedule them as often as we can. And we're thankful that Dyersburg's going to allow us to come and be their opponent and their very first home match in their inaugural season.
And that'll be the final non-season tune-up before you open up conference play. Both you and the Indians travel to East Central as ICC on the attack now. O'Daniel sends it ahead, and the ball is going to be out of bounds. So it'll be another corner kick. It's going to be the 7th of the first half here, but Coach, very important to get that final tune-up before opening conference play.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Like I said earlier, we like the way we're playing right now. There's some things we're trying to implement and add through each match as we're getting closer and closer to division play. So even tomorrow night, we'll put some different wrinkles in the way that we want to attack and some different concepts in the way that we want to defend. But for the first 2 matches, I think we're doing exactly what we should be doing, and you can see the results because of that.
So a corner opportunity coming up here for the Indians. They lead it 2-0, trying to build on that lead here. Goes short with it. And once again, the corner kicks being nicely defended today by the Owls. Send it ahead just to clear it out from the dangerous part of the field. ICC controls it, swings it out wide, looking for Brendan Kane. Just a little too wide that time as momentum carried Kane away from the ball.
And you just go back to the unforced turnovers that I was talking about. Joe has the ball there, and there's really no need for him to rush. Of course, the pace of the game, sometimes you get caught up in it. You never want to get caught with the ball at your feet. But just if Joe can check his surroundings before he even receives the ball, he'll know he has a little bit more time next time.
The Indians come in and add a little bit of pressure that time and force a error by the Owls, and the turnover gives it back to the Indians now. Vogel with it. Sends it out wide, reversing the pitch. And this is going to be Kirkpatrick. Kirkpatrick, the speediest of the Indians on the field right now. Sends it ahead to O'Daniel. O'Daniel, maybe it took just a little too much time that time, Coach, to kind of set that one up for the perfect shot. So the shot goes high on the part of Clayton O'Daniel.
Yeah, he took about 6 touches there, and he could have done it with probably 1.
Yep, one of those that... if you play golf and you got a shot on the middle of the fairway, you want to fluff the grass up a little bit.
Right. That's just going back to the freshman year in regards to sophomore year. If it's the second year here, I think he'll know that speed of play, he can hit that first time and have a much better quality chance than trying to make it perfect and, like you said, put it right in the middle of the fairway.
Nicely done defensively that time by the Owls. Take the ball away. They're going to be patient and clear it out wide this time. Trying to get on the attack here. 2:18 to play. Here in the first half, ICC with the 2-0 lead. Goals by Clayton O'Daniel and Brendan Kane is the difference in this one so far.
It's a good build up by the W, some of the best that they've had through the entire half. So you can see the forwards are starting to stretch the line of the back line for Itawamba, and the midfielders are able to get in that space in between. So this is a good build up for the W. See if they can develop a chance off of it.
And there goes the shot, and it has a chance to roll in here. No, it's just going to go wide. Good hustle that time by Preston Maddox.
Real impressed with the W there, how they moved the ball side to side. Didn't try to panic and try to rush it. Thought earlier in the half some of the decisions they've been making are just a bit rushed. So whenever they get confident and comfortable on the ball, you see that they can be dangerous.
So the Indians get it back. Nice ball movement on the part of ICC to try to set up the offense now. Kane looking to go on the cross out to Balachete. Balachete, though, just could not get the good foot on it that time. Good cross. Maybe just an extra high hop that Balachete wasn't expecting.
And you got Luan running a 40-yard dash for the first time since he's been here at Itawamba in the past 2 years. So it's nice to see him wanting to get on the ball and get a goal right before the end of the first half.
Yeah, I tell you what, for Luan and like your Fran and people like that, it's cold where they're from this type of year. And, boy, I tell you what, they leave the cold and almost come to the pits of hell type temperature here in the south. So
we can talk about it all we want to, and they say that they're expecting it, but they never really know what to expect until they get here.
I think the heat's okay. It's the humidity that gets them the most. And so the Owls try to take it away, then send it down the pitch out of bounds, and it go back to ICC. Inside a minute to play, ICC may have a shot at one more goal here, or they see if they're just going to be happy with heading into the halftime with a 2-0 lead. And there's going to be a foul, and that's probably going to run out the time here in the first half.
No reason to rush to it. You might as well. It's starting to get a little physical in the last 2 minutes, so might as well just go ahead and let it settle in. Maybe play a ball down into the corner and just let it finish up for the half.
So they do send it down, and that is going to be kept in bounds, and that'll do it. 2-0 your score here at halftime. We're going to take a break here. Word from Little Caesars and more of our sponsors, and come back with more of the Little Caesars halftime show right after this. ICC leads at 2-0 here at the break.
With the Little Caesars mobile app, you can customize an extra most bestest pizza with the most cheese, and now with the most of any toppings for the nation's best price. It's the crowning pizza achievement. And it's true what they say. It's lonely at the top. Unless you have an extra most bestest pizza, then it's a party at the top!
Little Caesars Extra Most Bestest Pizzas, the world's easiest way to outrageous amounts of toppings, starting at $6.
Pizza.
Ever since you got that license, you haven't stopped moving forward. Now that you're older and on the move, you need a safer place to keep your money. We get it. A student checking account frees you up with things like mobile check deposit to take care of that check from grandma without having to stop at a bank. Pay with your phone when you're out with friends. And stop worrying about ATM fees. We'll pay you back for those. Worry about your future, not your money. And know that we'll stick with you, wherever you go. Renaissance Bank. Understanding you. Member FDIC.
The newly formed Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi wants to make sure you are receiving the best orthopedic care possible. Our staff of 7 experienced, board-certified surgeons specialize in a specific area of the body and can treat you with the newest and latest technology available to fast-track your road to recovery. Call us for same-day appointments at 662-377-BONE and come see us at Gloucester Creek Village in Tupelo. At the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our specialty is you.
When I think of potential, I think of a matchstick. When a matchstick reaches its potential, it releases a flame that ignites everything around it. 2018 brings new potential for you and your life at Itawamba Community College, where you are each empowered to do great things. You can be better, accomplish more, and live a life that is above the bar. Your potential is here.
Celebrate outrageous amounts of toppings with Little Caesars Extra Most Bestest. With the most cheese and now with the most toppings at the nation's best price. Create your favorite pizza starting at $6. Pay, then express pickup at Little Caesars.
Pizza.
us how practice has gone so far. I mean, it's obviously it's several weeks in the making, but how it's gone, and you've got just a week before the first game.
Practice is going really good. Everybody's all in. Freshman class is doing good. Sophomore is stepping up, leading the freshmen. We're having good calls by the coaching staff. So everybody's all in and buying into what we're trying to do, which is win the championship.
And how is it with so many new faces on the roster? Because there were a lot of guys that gone, but now dealing with that, and how are they adjusting?
Oh, they're adjusting to it. We have some big shoes to fill in, a whole lot of freshmen. We have a real good freshman class coming in to fill in some big shoes, and they just they doing everything they can do to buy into what we're trying to do.
Do you feel like with that freshman class coming in, it's like, what does it do for like teams' excitement, getting a lot of really talented guys from around the area to come and be a part of this?
Well, that goes back to what I said about practice. The guys, the freshman guys, they are really doing all they can. They're working hard. They listening to everything, and they just practicing hard.
For y'all with the preseason ranking, obviously you'd like to be there when the season's over, but what does that do for y'all's confidence?
Well, what that do with us is that make us work even harder. Because yes, we're number 16, but that make us work even harder because we just been working and grinding and that's and the season is gonna tell us how we're gonna get up in the rankings.
So when you look at 4 Mississippi JUCO teams in the top 20, how do you feel about like maybe the competition of Mississippi JUCO football? Do you feel like how close is it? Every game matters. How do you feel about it?
Every game matters. Every game. There is no game that we have to take off because every game counts. Because when it goes back to it, those games matters for to play in the championship, and that's what we're trying to play for, a national championship. So every game counts. But as a ICC whole, we have to take it game by game, one step at a time. So every game matters.
It sounds like you're going to be a big part of the offense because of Andrew. You're pretty flexible, can play a couple of positions.
Yes,
which you've done.
Yes, sir. That's exciting too. Whatever to help the team, H-back, running back, receiver, whatever. I'm just buying all in because we're just trying to take ICC to the next level because we're all in. We're together, we're a unit, we're a brotherhood, and whatever we need to do, whatever coach asks me to play, I'll play it, anything to help the team.
Spencer, you were on the team last year, of course, 3 of y'all battling for that spot, and coach hasn't made a decision yet, but tell us how the position battle is going. What do you think will come of it?
I mean, it's going good. All 3 quarterbacks have things that they do well, and at the end of the day, it's up to coach, but, we're going to support whoever's in there taking snaps.
What does it say that you guys, it sounds like you guys will have some depth because all 3 of you have done things in high school and in the past that have been effective, that have at least helped your high schools win.
Definitely, but like I said, I think, just like I said, whoever's in there, we're just going to support, and I speak for me and everybody on the team.
Some of the new talent you guys get in terms of freshmen, some of the skilled positions, obviously there's turnover from year to year from last year, but how are you feeling about some of the newer guys that may be filling into bigger spots?
I feel really well about them. I mean, we got some freshmen that can really play, and they're going to have to step up and make some plays for us this year. So I think they'll be able to really help us.
Just from you being here last year, who are some guys that you've maybe taken a notice to this year and maybe so far in practice? Maybe who are some of the newer guys that you've seen and that have impressed you to this point?
We got a new running back, Hiram. He can really play. I think he'll help us a lot this year. Augusta Cox, he'll be in playing like kind of a tight end role for us a lot. So I think those 2 guys will help us a lot.
Spencer, what does it say? I mean, you guys, even losing the talent you lost and still getting the national recognition, being ranked in the top 20, what does that say about the program, you think?
I mean, it's, we have some big expectations for this year, but, if we just all come together as a team, I think it'll all turn out well for us.
How do you guys gel with some of the newer faces and some new guys in different spots?
We're doing well. Like the quarterbacks, they're good. Everyone knows the plays. So like, we got to live up to expectations of like Terry Williams and Dan, as y'all said. They're pretty good. So we got big shoes to fill this season.
That kind of create the opportunity, though. At least you can say, okay, look, these guys did it. Now we've got our chance.
Yes, sir. I learned a lot from Terry and Dan. So like pretty much, I gotta look up to them. I gotta do what they did.
All right, well, it's almost here. I mean, it's a week out. Tell us how practice has been going, just the expectations you guys have this year.
Well, practice has been going good. You know, we started off the summer, ended the summer off on a good note, started fall camp on a good note, ended fall camp also on a good note. And, you know, we just got to get the young guys ready so the way they can fill a lot of shoes that left. But, you know, other than that, practice really been going great.
Coach kind of singled you out as one of the guys he's looking at as leaders. Just tell us about trying to fill those shoes and be one of those leaders now.
Well, really, it's a big responsibility for anybody to take on, you know, a responsibility role or a leader part of any team, because, you know, you ain't got no leader, you ain't got no team. You ain't got no team, I mean, ain't no point. So for me to be appointed as one of the leaders, I mean, it's an honor. But I got to be able to fill them shoes.
Who are some guys you've seen that have stood out in practice? Maybe some of the newer guys. Is there a couple names that you've seen that maybe have impressed you to this point?
One of the running backs we have, his name Hiram Worthington from Oxford. You know, he doing pretty good considering that we had a running back to leave, and Damon Ely from Nelton receivers filling the shoes of Malik Honeycutt, which I think that's a big deal, because without some of these young guys, it would be hard for us sophomores to try to fill both spots. So I believe that the freshmen, they doing a good job. You know, the only thing to do, we're going to need to continue for them to do a good job.
What does that mean for you all when you see, like, a lot of talented guys from around the area come and join you guys to be a part of it? Do you look at, like, the new talent that comes in as maybe like a burst of energy, like, you know, some newer guys come to help you all out?
Yes, sir, no doubt. Like Coach Kane always tells us, we always got to bring the juice, whatever we do. And I feel like some of these young kids, they bring the energy that we need, or the energy that we were missing last year, which I think they bring that good energy to the table.
I think Coach had mentioned special teams, you guys coming back this year. All three of you, I think punter, kicker, long snapper,
right.
All you guys played last year, and he was like, if there's one thing he was confident in, is you three guys coming back. Does it make you, when you have like that whole room being back, is it a confidence thing for you as well?
Oh, definitely, yeah. I feel like us being back from last year, we've kind of gained some confidence, kind of learned the speed of the game this year, and we're going to come out and perform this year.
When you look at you guys' preseason ranking, obviously that's where you want to be at the end of the year as well.
Right.
But what does that do, you know, around the locker room? Is that like a motivator thing for you? Do you look at it like, do you talk about it like in the locker room? What does that do for you guys?
Yeah, it makes us more confident going into the season, and we're going to go out there. We're gonna perform the best that we can, and we're going to try to go up in the rankings this year.
And for you guys, looking at some of the newer talent, I know replacing some people in some key spots, but when you see a lot of area talent come and be a part of ICC, does that give you guys maybe like a boost of energy that, you know, you're getting all this new talent to come join you, being part of you guys?
Yeah, we've got a lot of new guys coming in, really talented, and they've seemed to kind of adjust to the game compared to high school.
With the Little Caesars mobile app, you can customize an extra most bestest pizza with the most cheese, and now with the most of any toppings for the nation's best price. It's the crowning pizza achievement. And it's true what they say, it's lonely at the top. Unless you have an extra most bestest pizza, then it's a party at the top!
Little Caesars Extra Most Bestest Pizzas, the world's easiest way to outrageous amounts of toppings, starting at $6.
Pizza. First American National Bank is a local bank. Our 10 locations are right here in Northeast Mississippi. Banking decisions are made locally by people who live here. It's been that way for more than 50 years. Our involvement in the community is important to us. That's where our roots are. Technology, it changes daily, but our community is what keeps us together. If you like high-tech banking, we've got that too. Follow the flag to First American National Bank, from Iuka to Tupelo.
Wide inventory of certified pre-owned vehicles. Find your next dream car or truck from our Ford showroom or go online to davisfordsales.com and search our new and used inventory to see what is on our lot. So stop by and test drive the all-new fuel-efficient Ford Focus or Ford Fusion or the new Ford Explorer or F-150. Go further with Davis Ford, 904 West Main Street in Fulton or online davisfordsales.com.
My burger goes best with mustard.
Ketchup and mustard.
Grass-fed beef.
No, corn-fed. On the grill.
Now, flat top. Iceberg lettuce.
Nah, arugula. Jalapeno.
No way. Avocado, dude.
Medium rare. Gotta be well done. Brioche.
Sesame seeds.
American cheese.
Cheddar.
Can I have a turkey burger? What? Turkey's for Thanksgiving, man. I like my burger with the Coke.
I'll agree to that. Strictly with a Coke. Only with a Coke. Coke and a burger. Come on.
All right.
That's where you get the flavor.
The longer a person has diabetes, the more likely they are to develop diabetic retinopathy. If left untreated, diabetic retinopathy can lead to blindness. That's why it's important for diabetics to have a comprehensive eye examination with dilation once a year. I'm Dr. Laurie Cagle of Cagle Eye Center in Fulton. We offer comprehensive eye exams to provide diagnosis and treatment of various eye diseases. Browse our large selection of frames available in prescription and non-prescription. Call to schedule your appointment today at Cagle Eye Center in Fulton.
Student involvement is a top priority here at Itawamba Community College.
If you want to be involved with student government, then the Student Government Association is the place for you.
If you have a stellar GPA, then Phi Theta Kappa is for you.
If you're interested in the diverse culture of our campus population, then the Diversity Club is for you.
If you're interested in leadership and service, then Indian Delegation is for you.
If you're majoring in computer programming or computer networking, then CPNA, the Computer Programming Networking Association, is for you.
If you're interested in good conversations and free lunch on Thursdays, then the Wesley Foundation is for you.
Our health science programs also have specific organizations for those majors.
Student Activities is excited to bring you new opportunities here at the ICC Tupelo campus.
Whatever your passion may be, we have a place for you.
This video is brought to you by Phi Theta Kappa, Beta Chi Sigma, Tupelo campus.
What are y'all doing? Freshman rolling!
Ever since you got that license, you've been on the move. We get it. With Student Checking, we have the tools to keep you going. Take care of that check from grandma without stopping at the bank. Pay with your phone when you're out with friends. And we'll even pay you back for ATM fees. So keep on going, and we'll stick with you, wherever you go. Renaissance Bank, understanding you. Member FDIC.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we're just moments away from the start of the second half here between ICC and MUW. ICC with the 2-0 advantage. Let's take and see if we can take a look at some of the highlights from the first half before we take the pitch as the referees are coming to the side. As you take a look at, there is a header that was off a corner kick. ICC had 7 corner opportunities in the first half that they could not cash in on. Now this is going to be a shot that is off the rebound. Clayton O'Daniel sticks it home for his second goal of the season. And then this final goal here for the Indians in the first half belongs to Brendan Kane. It was off a Brian Heredia assist that he was able to get that one as a header to find its way home. And the Indians lead it 2-0 here at the break. So we're getting ready for that First American National Bank opening kick here for the Indians and the Owls of MUW. We do want to welcome those that are watching in support of the Owls this afternoon. They'll be in the gray kits moving right to left on your television or on your computer screen or your phone. And the Indians will be moving left to right. ICC in the red kits trimmed in white this afternoon. We talked with Coach David Strother in the first half. ICC, this is one of their final non-division warm-ups before heading into conference play on Friday at East Central. No broadcast for that match, but we will have someone on hand updating Twitter, shooting video, and much more. Raphael Henry and Lee Adams planning to go on that trip there. So the Owls with it, going an immediate attack here, trying to find a goal to cut this lead in half. But the Indians, nicely done that time, taking it away close to the goal, and now try to clean it back out and reset the offense. This ball is deflected out, and it's going to go to the Indians. Well, it was a nice day earlier. The sun just needs to hurry up and tuck itself in behind these trees. 2 guys next to me that's running the stats and scoreboard, well, they're already in the shade. I am not. As we're having to fish the ball out of Firewater Creek across the way here on the reservation. The Indians have it now. Looks like a new keeper in net here for the Owls is number 36, John McGee. And boy, I tell you what, he's got his hands full as he'll be looking back into the sun. Any attack coming off the right side of the pitch could be extremely difficult for McGee. Near turnover by the Indians. ICC keeps it, and then now here comes the Owls. Owls with the opportunity. And Parker is taken down, and we're going to see who they're going to call this on. They're actually going to call this on the Indians. As Parker's going to come over and ask the referee what he called. So a free kick opportunity coming up here for the Owls. A chance to cut this lead in half. 2-0 is the lead right now for the Indians. Coming up on 43.5 to play here in the second half of play. ICC looking for that first win of the season. As this looks to be number 15. Morphus set to attempt this. The kick is high, off goal. Fourth shot of the match unofficially for the Owls. None on goal so far. Indians have 4 shots on goal, 2 goals to show for it. 6 shots total. As always, those stats being brought to you by the Sonic here in Fulton. They're also unofficial until we get the official stats from the Cats, from the coach, as that was Balachete that cleared it out that time. Tussle for the ball, and the Owls win it. Nicely done that time. Here comes the Owls trying to battle for it. The Indians clear it out, but the W right there to take it right back. Good aggressive start to the second half here for the Owls, and the ball's going to be out of bounds. And they say it's going to stay with the W. 2-0 your score. W trying to cut this lead in half. Ball being sent around, fired off the shoulder of Ryan Parker, who's going to clear it out, and he is going to take an inadvertent knee that time, and this one may actually draw a card. And don't believe that was intentional at all, as Parker slow to get up, and the referee does have a yellow card out in this situation, and a good show of sportsmanship that time, I believe, by Ledbetter, as Ledbetter stuck around to help make sure Parker was okay and helped him up and patted him on the back, basically said, "My bad." So Ledbetter, typically when you get a yellow, have to come off the pitch, or actually, excuse me, that was not Ledbetter, that was number 8, Serzik. Typically, but I think that's one of those situations where, you know, different level, different rules, and they're going to play by their normal rules on those yellow card situations. 2-0, your score. ICC trying to build on that lead here early in the second half. 41:50 to play here. The Indians are going to clear this one back to Parker, and Parker's just going to touch it across the way to Garrett Parrish. Over the top they go. Just couldn't quite get a friendly bounce to it as that one slapped away. And the Owls get it back. Good start to the second half here for the Owls. They have dominated time of possession so far and has limited the top opportunities for the Indians. As they go over the top, really nobody there for the Owls, and it'll be an easy scoop up here for Preston Maddox. So the Indians with it. They're going to reverse the pitch and send it across the way. Looks like that might be Josh White with it now, trying to go across the middle. Finds it to Harrison Daniels, but the ball takes a bad hop and cleared back. And Balachete's there trying to rush for it. Couldn't quite get to it. Good hustle by the Owls. Loose ball on the pitch, and it's going to be controlled by the Indians. Nicely done that time as Harrison Daniels in the right spot at the right time. Now here come the Indians. Clayton O'Daniel looking to go on the drive now. Sends it ahead, and the shot is saved. As shot on goal that time. Scooped up nicely by John McGee. Keeps it 2-0. Coming up on 40 minutes to play here in the contest. High 50-50 ball is bouncing around and still bouncing around, and it's going to be cleared out. Like Parker might have got away with a forearm in the back of an Owl that time. Is no call though. And now the Owls will control. Send it ahead, and offsides is going to be the call. And now the Indians trying to reverse the field and get out in transition. Like Parker maybe starting to cramp up here a little bit as stoppage on the pitch right now. As Parker caught a leg cramp, went to the turf and tried to get back up, the referee stopped the play. And so Parker will come out, and this will send in Aaron Presley into the contest here for the Indians. So Presley will come in after the injury timeout. This injury timeout being brought to you by the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi. Dr. Rowe, proud to be the team doctor of ICC Athletics. We appreciate everything he and the rest of the crew do to help keep our student athletes healthy here. So they're just going to clear this one back, and the Indians will, I believe, get a goal kick to reset here. And that is going to be the case. So ICC looking to get on the attack. Bad touch taken away by the Owls. Opportunity here has got a man. Indians trying to call for an offsides. No, but a nice save there for the Indians. Take a look back at that play there. Good touch that time, and the ball was scooped up and saved. And a whistle. And looks like this is going to go against the Indians. I was actually looking down at my stats on the play, so didn't really see what had happened there. So another opportunity here for the W to cut this lead in half. This is going to be number 13, Martinez, to attempt the kick. Indians set up the wall. Martinez drills it off the chest of Brendan Kane, and the ball deflects out wide. And now here come the Owls trying to go on the attack. They send it up and wide. And so now you're starting to see the Owls get a little bit more aggressive here, getting shot opportunities that they haven't gotten a lot of in the first half. They now have a total of 7 shots, only 1 on goal. And now here come the Indians. This is Harrison Daniels trying to reverse the far side of the field, gets it out. That's going to be Brandon Kane. Kane trying to drive inside. The ball is going to be cleared out, and it will allow the Owls defense to reset here. 37-35 to go in the contest. ICC with a 2-0 lead, but the Owls have been much more aggressive here to start the second half and had some opportunities to cut this lead in half. Just have not been able to cash in on those. Ball is going to be sent ahead. Nothing but red shirts on the back of the pitch to get to that one. Going to clear it back to Preston Maddox, who will allow his teammates to reset for him here. They're going to send it up the pitch near midfield. And now trying to find a streaking Clayton O'Daniel, but a nice effort that time by Jacob Thomas to get a foot out there and break that one up. If he doesn't, that's a 1v1 opportunity for the Indians, and a guy like Clayton O'Daniel knows how to send him home when he has the opportunity. Substitutions getting set to come into the contest here. 2 for the Owls, 1 for the Indians. It'll be Ryan Parker coming back in for ICC. For the Owls, Bradford Clark and Wes Zimmerman will come into the contest. These substitutions being brought to you by Renaissance Bank. They've got great student checking options for any ICC students. You can find out more by visiting renaissancebank.com. So the Owls head that one out of bounds. So basically just simply a do-over here for the Indians on this toss in. Brendan Kane with it. Had it deflected away, but there's Balachetti to get it back. Luan trying to go to work here. Splits through some defenders. Loses the ball, though. As the one got a step, just couldn't quite keep the ball with him. The ball is sent out of bounds. Luckily, the fans awake over there on the far side of the pitch as they were able to deflect that one away. Ball back to the Indians. Remind you, our next broadcast will be Thursday night right here on the Red Channel as ICC football opens the season at Pearl River. That will be a 6 o'clock First American National Bank opening kick. We'll have the Davis Ford pregame show coming your way at 5:30. We'll also be on a new radio station, ESPN Mississippi, 95.1 The Fan. You can tune in to ICC football, select basketball, baseball, and softball games throughout the 2018-19 season. So the Owls with it, try to slip it ahead. And that one's going to curl back into play, and now it's going to be the Indians with it, trying to poke it ahead. Kirkpatrick, nearly trying to get to that one. Jake Kirkpatrick's got some speed, just could not quite shift enough gears to get to that one in time. If he could, boy, that could have been a dangerous opportunity for the Indians. But the Owls retreat, now going the attack on the other end. The Owls with it. Nice job by the Indians defense to force them to reverse the ball and reset the offense. And now the ball's going to be cleared out. Nicely done by the Indians. This is Balichette with it now. Balichette actually lost one of his shin guards on that last-ditch change, and the ball's going to be broken up and saved down the wing this time by Canes. Crosses it over in the middle to Balichette, this is Kirkpatrick. Kirkpatrick up the middle. Here come the Indians, and wow. A hit that even Coach Sean Cannon would be proud of that time. Like it might have been a PK, it should have been a foul called on the Owls that time, but the referee said let them play. And ouch. And Coach Mike Sullivan in mid-season form here, protecting his player there, very upset that one of the referees missed a pretty, not a purposeful, but a pretty obvious elbow to the head that time. And so it's going to be Indians' ball to toss it in here. And so the Indians will reset here after a little bit of confusion on the pitch, as number 13, Andres Martinez, not necessarily agreeing with the call, but it was the right call. Unfortunate. As I said, it wasn't malicious or anything. It was just his head was in the wrong spot at the wrong time. And so now the Indians will set it across the middle. And that one's just going to go out of bounds. I don't think the Indians were quite ready for that one that time, or maybe they were looking for it to be a little bit more on goal versus away from the players. So after all that cluster, the Indians couldn't take advantage. A trio of subs getting set to come in here for the W. This will be number 24, Cody Russell, number 17, Mikhail Johnson, and number 6, Sam Harvey, all checking back into the contest. These substitutions being brought to you by Renaissance Bank. Renaissance Bank, understanding you. Visit renaissancebank.com for more information. So the Owls a little confusion on who was to get the ball that time, but great extra hustle by Harvey, who just checked into the contest. Then ICC takes it away. Kirkpatrick with it now. Back over he goes to number 14, John Gonzalez. Gonzalez is surveying the defense, seeing what the Owls want to give him. Now Balichette with it across the middle, drops it off to Gonzalez. Gonzalez dribbling it around now, looking to go on the attack, sends it ahead. That's going to be Clayton O'Daniel. O'Daniel looking to go to work, now looking to go on the cross on the backside. That's Kirkpatrick. Kirkpatrick keeps it in play. Now sends it across the middle. There's a header. No, just a little too tall. That time for Brandon Kane. Brandon would probably need to stand on the shoulders of Ryan Parker to get that one. That one was up a little too high for anybody's reach. That time ball out of bounds will stay with the Owls. And the ball goes out of bounds. Well, and there's one thing that Coach Strother talked about. Different levels of play, a little bit more physicality, and you do see where the W is a little used to a little bit more physicality than the Indians may be used to, as ICC kind of raises their hand whenever they think they get a little too much contact out there. The officials say, though, play on. Nicely defended that time by number 5, Mendoza, to take it away. And then it's just going to be sent out of bounds, and it'll go back to the Indians. 30 minutes, 36 seconds left in this one. 2-0 is the score. Substitution into the contest now is going to be a new keeper, and this is going to be Alex Box wearing number 0. Technically not a number since it doesn't have any numeric value, so wearing 0 is what we'll call it. So the Indians will toss this one in. Gonzalez looking for anybody. ICC almost like they got concrete in their shoes. Nobody moving. Balachete with it now. Tries to cross it over the middle. And we're going to have a foul called here on the Owls. Remind you to visit our YouTube page. You can search Let's Go ICC. See highlights of this game and other games and much more videos, both academically and athletically, on our YouTube page. Once again, search Let's Go ICC. We'll have highlights from today's match. Maybe tomorrow, maybe tonight, later tonight. So the ball sent ahead, and the Indians get it back. Balachete with it now, looking to go to work. Kind of just weaving his way through traffic and decides to drop this one back to Parker, who will reset the attack here for the Indians. Drops it back to Box. Box is going to swing it out wide. This is Jake Kirkpatrick with it. Kirkpatrick's going to dribble it ahead, now sends it forward to Gonzalez. Gonzalez back to Kirkpatrick. Now Gonzalez with it, now drops it ahead to Kirkpatrick. Kirkpatrick looking to go on the attack here. Weaving through some defenders, now leaves it back. Nobody there for the Indians, though. And the Owls take it away, and we're going to have a foul whistled here on the Indians. And the Owls quickly put it back in play. This is Moore with it, streaking down the sidelines. It's going to be poked out of bounds by John Gonzalez. Substitution getting set to come into the match, and the next opportunity here for the Owls, and it'll be Blake Pilgrim checking in to the contest for the Owls. The Owls getting set to toss it in. Just a little soft toss right ahead. That's Johnson with it. Now sends it across the middle. Broken up by Balachete. But the Owls keep it. Try to poke it out wide. Gonna have to hurry before it goes out of bounds. Good hustle. No, just could not quite get to it in time. And the Indians want to hurry things up. They zip it ahead. Foot race down the sideline, and yep, he just tripped and fell, and I'm going to call it a foul. Probably a good foul on the part of the Owls that time, as a Speedy Kane streaking down the side would have been a 1v1 opportunity. Smart foul to allow the defense to reset here. So the Indians going to boot it out wide. This is Harrison Daniels with it now, looking to go to work. Daniels breaking away from his defender. Now he's going to step it out wide, and nobody there with him. Was thinking Kirkpatrick went with him that time. He did not, and the miscommunication will give the ball back to the Owls. The main referee coming over and checking with Kirkpatrick to make sure he's okay. You know, he took that inadvertent elbow earlier and kind of just hanging his head that time. The referee want to make sure didn't have any issues there, as checking into the contest now is going to be Andrew Bernard. So the Owls will toss this one in. Indians nearly take it away, but a nice job getting physical that time by Zerjic. And now the ball over the middle, dangerous. But a smart play to clear that one out, but now the Indians get it right back. Kirkpatrick over the middle. Daniels tried to goes ahead, and he is knocked to the turf. Well, that happened a lot in the Southwest match. He was head-butted. He tried to head her and missed it and fell flat on his back, and then just took a nasty elbow to the ribs in the final standings of that match. Good to see him back on the pitch this afternoon. That was all in the first half, ladies and gentlemen. So I guess it's safe to say that Harrison Daniel, tough as a $2 steak. So a free kick opportunity coming up here for the Indians. See who will elect to put the foot on the ball on this one. And it's going to be Balachete trying to bend it around the backside, and Parker was grabbed. How the referees missed that one, I don't know, because you saw his jersey get stretched out, and his momentum was completely shifted on the play that time. So a break there for the Owls. Substitutions coming into the contest For the Owls, it'll be number 1, Rodriguez. Number 25 is Kirkland. And number 19 is going to be Hurdle. And into the contest for the Indians is number 6, Brian Vogel. Those substitutions being brought to you by the Bank of Okolona. John Harrod and Company, proud to sponsor ICC Athletics here on Let'sGoICCTV.com. Visit bankofokolona.com for more information. Loose ball on the pitch. Mad scramble for it. Still loose. Kind of just zipping around all over the place, and they zip it ahead, and it's going to be an easy scoop up here for Box. No shot that time. Just clears it out, and is going to send it out wide to Balachete. Now the Indians trying to go on the attack. Going to elect to back this one up now and reset. This is going to be Gonzalez with it now. Gonzalez sends it ahead. Kirkpatrick with it. And tough defense on the part of the Owls. They're going to be tossed in a hurry. Gonzalez gets it back now. You see now the Owls extending the pressure, trying to create an opportunity off maybe a mental error or a miscue by the Indians. 24-25 to play in the contest. 2-0 is your score. It was a goal by O'Daniel off a rebound. And then Brendan Kane got an assist from Brian Heredia to make it 2-0 in the contest. And that's where we've been so far. Over the top, they're going to try to go with it this time. This is going to be up the pitch to Brian Heredia. Heredia just could not quite get to it. Ball's going to be sent out of bounds by the Owls. But the Indians getting set to send in 4 new faces at the next opportunity. Some guys getting loose below us here in the ICC Foundation broadcast booth. For more information on the ICC Foundation, how you can contribute to Itawamba Community College, visit iccms.edu. That's iccms.edu for more information on how you can contribute to the ICC Foundation. And the toss in is sent out of bounds once again by the Owls. And so it'll be another toss in here on the far side of the pitch. Balachete with it. Sends it a little too far for anybody for the Indians to get to, and going to be chased down and kept on the Indian side of the pitch. Back across the middle. As Heredia now back outside. Puts a foot into it. Broken up nicely, but the ICC keeps it. Heredia over the middle to Clayton O'Daniel. O'Daniel going on the attack. Fires and saved. Second save of the match for John McGee. So it's going to be a 50-50 ball sent down the pitch and headed out that time by Balachete. The Indians trying to keep possession, but the Owls will control. So now they send it ahead. Parker tried to get a foot on that one. It slipped by him. Got just enough of it to slow it down. So now the Indians are going to send it ahead. So ICC doing a nice job of trying to keep the possession on their side. Now here come the Indians. Bad touch. Now the Indians looking to, or excuse me, the Owls looking to go on the offensive attack. Send it across the way. And broken up nicely that time by the Indians, but kept alive by the Owls. Shot is high. But once again, a nice attack that time by the Owls. Substitution getting set to come into the contest here. Joshua Frankenstein. Checking out will be number 24. That's going to be Cody Russell. So the Indians with the ball. ICC needs to get something going on the attacking end, and that's going to be a foul whistle there. And number 21, Bradford Clark, pushes him to the turf and immediately throws up his hands. But ICC will have it now. Ryan Parker trotting towards midfield. Now sends it over the top. Trying to find someone streaking down the side. Nobody there, as it was intended for Josh White. Mass substitutions coming in here for the Indians. Ryan Morgan will check in. Number 18, Joe Rainey, will come into the contest. Number 12, Cameron Kane, into the contest. And number 24, Weston Mitchell, into the match as well. bunch of guys coming in for the Owls. Looks like Moore, number 2, number 8, Surgic, and number 15, Morphus, into the contest here for the Owls. Those substitutions being brought to you by by Renaissance Bank. RenaissanceBank.com for more information on some of their banking options, finances, as well as that student checking for all you ICC students that may be tuning in here on Let's Go ICC TV. Nicely done that time to break up a attack to the goal. And we're going to have a foul whistled here on the Owls. So the Indians trying to rush it in that time. Smart play by the Owls, just kind of stand there in the way. Allow the defense to reset here. Inside 20 minutes of play, ICC leads this one 2-0. The Owls have played inspired soccer here in the second half, just have not had any goals to show for it. As now the Indians with it. This is Joe Rainey here near side of the pitch. Across the middle they go, and the ball taken away by the Owls. Deflected back. Parker's going to step in front of this one. Now sends it forward to Vogel. Vogel looking to go on the attack. Getting the business a little bit. Now sends it across the way. That's Heredia, and Heredia is tripped up and a foul whistled here on the Owls. Referee's going to ask the ball to be reset here. And try to go across the middle. Nothing there. Looking for Cameron Kane that time, and ball just a little too far. And the Indians want to try to win this 50-50 ball. Ball being bounced around, and it's going to be controlled by the Owls. Now they try to go over the top. Parker jogs back, deflects it off, and now sends it ahead. Loose ball on the pitch. Still a scramble for it. Still loose, and the Owls will control. Going to reverse the pitch, swinging it out wide now. ICC trying to get back defensively, and mad scramble for it. A lot of contact, no whistle on that play. Looked like the Indians may have got away with one there. Now here come the Owls. Deflected out wide. Somebody right there at the right time to save that one from going out of bounds. Now the Owls want to go on the attack. They trail this one 2-0. 18:21 to play, and an easy ball taken away that time by the Indians, but given right back. Trying to go over the top and cleared out that time. Smart play by Aaron Presley coming up to clear out the cross. And it's going to be out of bounds, and they're going to say it will belong to the Owls. Substitutions getting set to come in here. For the Owls, this will be Martinez checking back in, along with number 10, Jacob Thomas, also checking back into the contest. Looks like number 6, Sam Harvey, will also come into the contest as well for the Owls. The Owls will toss it in. Try to poke it back over the middle, and they'll reset near midfield. The Owls with it now, squeeze it ahead. Oh, a flop, and the whistle is blown. Very little contact made there. And number 4, I think he saw a much bigger Joe Rainey coming at him that time, and instead of actually getting knocked down, maybe have ducked for cover to avoid the contact. Either way, it worked, though, as the referee blew the whistle, so an opportunity coming up here for the Owls. Part of the game, if you can deke the referee into blowing the whistle and getting that set, that's what you're coached up to do. So they send it across the way. Header is off the side of the net. So no shot on goal that time, as we'll have a substitution coming in. Garrett Parrish will re-enter the contest here for the Indians. 16:40 to play. ICC with a 2-0 advantage here over the Owls, looking for their first win of the regular season. They did pick up a win preseason over Bethel University up in McKenzie, Tennessee. They won that one 2-0. And the Indians lose the touch there, and the Owls take it back. The Owls have dominated. I wouldn't say dominated, but they have controlled the time of possession here. And another player flopping on the field there for the Owls, trying to draw the call. And they're going to stop play here. Injury timeout. Let's take it with them. We'll be back with more right after this on Let's Go ICC TV.
The newly formed Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi wants to make sure you are receiving the best orthopedic care possible. Our staff of 7 experienced, board-certified surgeons specialize in a specific area of the body and can treat you with the newest and latest technology available to fast-track your road to recovery. Call us for same-day appointments at 662-377-BONE and come see us at Gloucester Creek Village in Tupelo. At the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our specialty is you.
And welcome back to action as miraculously the young man who portrayed to get hit in an area that I would not want to get hit in, as soon as we go to the commercial break, pops up and is okay. The referee is going to send him off the pitch, I believe, in this situation. And so now he will have to be substituted out. 21, Bradford Clark, into the match here. And so the Indians will send this one back to the Owls for them to reset after the injury timeout. Loose ball on the pitch, still loose. And who wants it? It looks like the Indians have come away with it. ICC now going on the attack. And no call there. Well, the officials have been, as we say, consistently inconsistent today. No call there. Now there is a call. And right on cue. So the ball will go back to the Owls here. 15-15 to go in the contest. 2-0 is your score. ICC with the lead. Even though it's 2-0 right now, it really doesn't feel like it's a 2-0 advantage, as the Owls have controlled the second half. The Indians had some burst in the first half, but the Owls, though, however, have not had any scoring opportunities or any goals in the second half to show for it, but they have pretty much controlled the second half here over the Indians. So ICC would love to find a way to see if they can find that third goal of the match and get a little bit of breathing room here. 2-0, yes, a lead, but in soccer, not a lot. And now we're going to see everything get blown a whistle here. And the referee coming in and yelling at both the ICC and MUW player. And we're starting to see things get a little chippy here. But it was a good show of sportsmanship there by number 4, Frankenstein, to come up, and now everything's going to get called. But he came up to offer a my bad or just a high five or slap of hands to the ICC player. So now they're going to try to go to the backside, and offside is going to be called. Well, that's the center official that the second or third time today we've seen the line judge throw the flag up, and play continued for quite a while afterwards before it was stopped. So long ball down the field, broken up nicely by the Indians. ICC want to try to get on the attack here. Sends it ahead. Opportunity here for the Indians. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Call that offsides. Don't know about that one. Of course, the line judge has a lot better angle than we do, but it looked to be pretty good as he released on the sin that time. So a tough break for the Indians. So ICC getting back defensively. Here come the Owls trying to find a way to cut this lead in half. 2-0, ICC with the lead. Still a lot of time to play. Inside 13 minutes to go in the contest. And I believe this one is going to stay with the Owls. Substitutions getting set to come in here. Number 27, Jonathan Carter, into the contest, along with number 5, Hector Mendoza for the Owls. Checking in for the Indians, number 17, is Austin Rowell. Those substitutions being brought to you by the Bank of Okolona. John Herod and Company, proud to sponsor ICC Athletics here on Let'sGoICCTV.com. So a toss in getting set here for the Owls, as this one's going to be cleared out, and will trek down the field as more subs coming in. Number 8, Surgic, getting set to come in this situation. And he will check in, and the toss in will be to the Owls. So the Indians come up and take over the ball here, trying to go on the attack. This is number 9, Garrett Parrish with it. Drops it over the middle. Scramble for the ball, and that's going to be a foul whistle there. As Zergic did not like the call there as he's talking to the referee. So the Indians will have a free kick here. Right now, whether you're Indian or the Owl, the way things got chippy all of a sudden, you're going to have to know that anything and everything is going to be called for the referees to try to keep this thing in check here. And there's another whistle, and this one's going to go against the Indians. So that's just the way it's going to be played the rest of the way out here. Any type of contact is going to draw a whistle, as things got chippy about 5 minutes ago in the contest. So this one's sent down the pitch, and it's going to be, you got to have to hurry. As that time, Alex Box kind of half-heartedly jogging out to kick that one. A smart play by the Owls player to nearly come up and make a play on the ball with him not paying attention. So the Indians win that 50-50 ball out towards midfield. Now ICC with it, sends it ahead, and the Owls take it back. Anything you can do, I can do better so far in this second half of play. Not been the cleanest second half, but for the Indians, they've kept the Owls off the scoreboard, and with 10.5 minutes left to play in this one, trying to find a way to pick up the win. Garrett Mills and Luan Balachete into the contest here for the Indians, number 22. That's going to be Wes Zimmerman checking into the contest here for the Owls. So the Indians with it, looking to go to work on the offense, or on the attack, I should say, not on the offensive end, but on the attack. Up ahead they go, trying to find Balachete, taken away though. Good hustle by Rainey to come back and get it. Rainey is knocked to the turf and out of bounds, and Rainey kind of gets up and looks at the referee and a lot of confusion on the field right now. That center referee has just not had the best day at the ballpark, as he's just kind of been a little confused in some of the play calls and substitution situations. As that ball is going to be sent out, and it will stay with the Owls. 8:50 to play in this one. More substitutions getting set to make their way into the contest for ICC. Looks like number 15, Peyton Avery, and number 20, Brian Huckabee, along with Marcus Wood Jr. getting to check in. So this will be every player on the Indians roster this afternoon getting opportunity. This ball just a bit too high. Good opportunity there for the Owls. Couldn't quite get the ball on spot. And now here come the Indians. O'Daniel trying to get it out wide. Now here comes ICC with an opportunity. This is number 12, Cameron Kane. Now sends it across the middle to O'Daniel, and it's going to be kicked in. No! What a beautiful play that time across the way by the Owls. Boy, great opportunity for the Indians, taken away on a great stop that time by the Owls. An opportunity there for Austin Rowell, but instead a great play by John McGee coming up and making the stop and keeping this thing 2-0. So the Indians with it, and it's going to go out of bounds, and it will go to the Owls. 7:45 and counting. This is the only match of the day. I know a lot of times we have double headers, but only the men's match. I mean, if you're a fan, you want to, you can stick around and watch practice. Now here comes the opportunity here for the Indians. One-on-one opportunity, and what a great play. McGee comes up again with a great stop. Clayton O'Daniel Clayton O'Daniel had an opportunity. I personally thought he was offsides, but they said play on in that situation. O'Daniel, the ball kind of popped off his foot a little bit further than he was anticipating that time, but a great physical play that time by John McGee to come up and make the stop. Those subs I just talked about are checking into the contest now here for the Indians. Inside 7 minutes to play, ICC with his 2-0 lead over MUW. Reminder, the next match for the Indians will be on Friday at East Central. No broadcast here on Let'sGoICCTV.com. And the referee is asking for a stoppage. And it looks like the keeper is shaking up for the Owls. Hopefully he's okay, as he's made back-to-back tough plays over there in net. And so he is hobbling to the side over here. And so this will send in Jacob Williams back into the contest, who originally got the start. So a good sign of sportsmanship there by a couple of Indians that come over to the sideline to help McGee make it across the way. And so the Indians will toss it in here. 2-0 is the score. ICC with the lead. 6:40 and counting. Referee really didn't know who to give the ball to as he was looking around, looking for some help. His center referee friend, who we've talked about, has had kind of a tough day, and that happens sometimes as a referee. Didn't really help him out any, so he finally threw the flag up and said, Owls ball. ICC, though, takes it away. Swings it across the opposite side of the pitch. This is Austin Rowell with it now. Drops it across the middle to Balachete. Balachete pokes it back across the middle. Rowell. Oh, the ball. I thought that was a handball for a second. Kirkpatrick closing in a hurry. But a nice play that time by Williams to come in and knife that one out. It'll be a corner opportunity. Indians with 7 corners in the first half. This is the first corner opportunity here for the Indians in the second half. It's like Balachete will get set to send this one in. Of course, leading 2-0. Not going to be in too big of a hurry to get over there and find the ball. And now Blue Mountain is going to send one down. It's part of the gamesmanship. You lead and you want to try to eat up as much of that clock as the referee will allow you. So Balachete looks like he's going to get set to send this one in. Does so to Kirkpatrick. Kirkpatrick drops it back to Luan. Luan tries to go over the middle, and just a poor touch that time, and the Owls take it away. And then Balachete sends that one out of bounds. Well, number 13 is not a big fan of the referees today. He has had a thing or two to say each time they have said something to him. As that ball broken up, mad scramble for it across the way. Still loose on the pitch, and the Owls get it now. Oh, tough break for the Owls as the ball just took a funny hop off the foot of Thomas that time. If not, he might have been able to load it up and put one on goal. So the Owls battle through, find it, and then it's taken away by Kirkpatrick. Kirkpatrick trying to get it up the pitch, and then it just goes out of bounds. Run out of real estate that time for Jake. Tough break there for the Indians. Martinez. Martinez is going to toss that one in. So now the Owls with it, broken up by Balachete. And now the Owls get it back. Ball is popped up, cleared up, and looks like that time Austin Rowell kind of lost it in the sun, was trying to find it. There's a handball, no call. There's a mad scramble for it at midfield. Good battle. And the ball still loose. Sends it ahead to Kirkpatrick. Oh, just could not quite get to it in time. Good hustle on the part of Mendoza of the Owls to break that opportunity up for the Indians. Now here comes the Owls on the other end, trying to cut this 2-0 lead in half. 4:02 to play in the contest. ICC in the red kits, Owls in their gray kits. They send this one out wide just too far as it'll go out of bounds and back to the Indians. Well, typical for a game like today, temperatures easily into the 90s. Breeze has been blowing throughout the day, but it's cooking on the field. right now, as you're starting to see a lot of players that have been in the game for a majority of the afternoon grabbing at their jerseys, trying to find a way to get some wind inside them lungs. So the Owls with it now, looking to go on the attack on the offensive end. Swing it towards the middle to Zerchik. Zerchik had it, was cleared out, and then the ball is going to be controlled and a foul on the Indians. One of those where momentum just carried him into him that time. Did Brian Huckabee, comes over and gives him a pat on the back, lower part of the back. Says, my bad. And I'm not really sure what the center referee was doing there. He goes out and almost gives that Japanese bow signal to the player. I don't know. Been an interesting day for that guy. 50-50 ball header. Couldn't quite get on it that time for the Owls, and now here comes Kirkpatrick. Kirkpatrick wanting to go to work now. Dribbles to the middle of the pitch, trying to work one-on-one on the opportunity here. Drops it back. This is Balichette with it now. Leaves it ahead. This is going to be Marcus Wood. Drops it back across the middle. Balichette had it, but then it was taken away by the Owls. Good defense that time by the W to take it back and allow them to get another opportunity here. 2.5 minutes to play. 2-0 is your score. Indians want to finish this one strong to pick up the W. No pun intended. As the ball is going to be deflected out. And this will be a toss in right here in front of us, in front of the ICC Foundation broadcast booth. Kirkpatrick trying to close in on that one. Good job of shielding away from the ball that time by Mendoza. Sends it back over to the middle, and it's going to be sent out of bounds by the Indians. Substitution into the match here for the Owls. This is going to be Sam Harvey coming into the contest. This is going to be Balichette who takes it away now, sends it across the middle to Mills. Mills sends it ahead. Oh, just too far as he was looking for Huckabee that time. Good idea. Huckabee just about a half a step too slow to get to that one on the angle that time, and the ball is sent down the pitch. And it's going to be controlled by Ryan Morgan. Now here comes the Indians. Rowell sends it across the middle to Balichette. Balichette is going to let it settle. And wants to work one-on-one. Tries to get by the defender, does so. Then has it taken away by Zerchik. Nicely done. Maybe just a little bit too many handles that time on the part of Balichette. The Indians, though, get it back. Inside a minute to play now. ICC trying to close the door on this one and pick up the win. They lead 2-0 right now. Sends it out wide. This is going to be Marcus Wood with the opportunity here. Pokes it ahead and looks to go to the backside. Header is there! No! No! Let's take a look at that one. Oh, my goodness. Thought that one found its way in. A great cross in the iron. The post unkind that time. Second time we've seen a ball bounce off the post and just decide not to go to its home. So the Indians leaving a couple of goals on the pitch this afternoon as we're inside 20 seconds to play. And that is going to be a foul there on the Indians. And that's going to do it for this contest. 5 seconds. Now make it 3. 2-1, and we are final. ICC picked up the win by the final score of 2-0 here over MUW. ICC moves to 1-2 on the year. Real quick, your Sonic scoring on the afternoon. It was Clayton O'Daniel scoring off a rebound to give it a 1-0 lead for the Indians. And then the Indians take a 2-0 lead with about 24 minutes left in the first half on a Brendan Kane goal off a Brian Heredia assist. And that made it 2-0. The Indians had 2 opportunities in the second half, just could not cash in on them. The second half, however, much better second half for the Owls, as they, for the most part, except for that last maybe 10 minutes of the match, was controlled by the Owls, time of possession-wise in favor of the Owls in the second half. So that's going to do it for today's broadcast here on Let'sGoICCTV.com. We do appreciate everyone tuning in here. Remind you, our next broadcast will be Thursday night at 5:30. As we'll have the Davis Ford pregame show coming your way for the ICC football season opener. The number 16 Indians will be traveling to Pearl River That First American National Bank opening kick will be coming your way at 6 o'clock. Also available on ESPN Radio 95.1 The Fan out of Saltillo Thursday night as well. So for Raphael Henry, Lee Adams, I'm Adam Gore. We'll see you next time here on Let'sGoICCTV.com.
When I think of potential, I think of a matchstick. When a matchstick reaches its potential, it releases a flame that ignites everything around it. 2018 brings new potential for you and your life at Itawamba Community College, where you are each empowered to do great things. You can be better, accomplish more, and live a life that is above the bar. Your potential is here.